in the shade of an ancient oak by the Riverbend's embrace. I first saw her wildflower eyes at the dawn of our golden days. Her laughter danced with the river's flow under skies so vast and brave. In that old town where the roots dug deep, we swore our hearts to save. But the Riverbend fades like her whispers across the plains. My wandering soul wrapped in her scarf, the color of autumn rain. Each sunset spills secrets soul on gravel roads, memories wait. Oh, the Riverbend fades. Oh, the Riverbend fades. Years rolled like storm clouds through, the oaks now stand alone. Our cabin's hearth, once warm with dreams, lies silent, stark and bone. Where once her delicate touch had bloomed, now only shadows cast. And the paths we walked are overgrown as this morning our love's past. Yes, the Riverbend fades like her whispers across the plains. My tired heart clings to a saddle worn in the grip of winter's chains. No more her laughter echoes, just the wind's soft serenade. Oh, the Riverbend fades. Yes, the Riverbend fades. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, I confess to the stars above, the hardest trails I've come to ride are those away from a lost love. But every nightfall leads me back to where old memories reside, at the Riverbend where I let her go and where part of me has died. So the Riverbend fades in the dusk of my heart's deep sighs, carrying dreams on the dust-strewn trails under endless open skies. Let her name be whispered by the creek where the willows weep and swayed. For as long as the Riverbend fades, my love will never fade. Oh, the Riverbend fades, forever the Riverbend fades. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, we carved our names in the bark, soft and low. The sunset painted stories on your gentle laughing face. Under that old oak tree, our quiet, sacred place. But the oak tree fell apart just like the promises we made. Leaves turned to whispers, our summer's shade now fades. The wind's a lonesome singer through branches worn and sparse. Lost love's a melody beneath the stars so harsh. Years rolled like thunder across the plain so wide. Our path diverged in shadows, you left my side. That old porch still creaks with tales it yearns to tell, of dusty boots, forgotten roots, and rain that softly fell. The oak tree fell apart just like the dreams we knew. Where once the earth held strong, now grows the bitter yew. The wind's a mournful caller through spaces left so vast. Each memory's a ghost from some forgotten past. On gravel roads I wander with the scarf you gave to me. It holds the scent of juniper and whispers of the sea. What's left is just the echo of the laughter we once shared. In the solace of the wilderness, I find that I'm still scared. Yes, the oak tree fell apart, and with it went my heart, scattered like the leaves in the autumn set apart. I'll sing beneath the moon where once we danced till dawn, holding on to shadows long after you have gone. Dust dries as trails fade, I'm a silhouette part of this land, a cowboy with an empty heart and a trembling hand. And as the sun dips low, I'll sing for you, my dear part, underneath the heavens where our old oak tree fell apart. In the shadow of an oak where the soft winds used to speak lies a field where dandelions touch the sky. We carved our names on aged wood beneath the sun's gentle peak, where echoes of our laughter will never die. Oh, how the dandelion field fades under the weight of time, and saddles worn and scarves left frayed by trails of dust. Each sunset bleeds like the heart I can't reclaim, lost in the winds amidst the dreams we left in trust. The porch still creaks, it sings a tune of days when you were mine. Now empty cabins fill the gaps where joy once lay. Gravel roads whisper stories as I walk them line by line, but your shadow dances alone just out of sway. Oh, how the dandelion field fades with every setting sun, each petal a memory, each breeze a silent cry. I roam these lands, a ghost among the rustling leaves, chasing whispers, you in the clouds and painted sky. By the creek under the moon, where promises were sown, the water still remembers the reflection of your face. I've ridden miles through storms and through the calm, yet it's your warmth I miss in this cold and lonesome place. Oh, how the dandelion field fades, but my love remains the same, as fierce as the dust kicked up by my old steed. In every town, down every road, your memory's my guide, a hauntingly beautiful curse I'm bound to heed. So I'll meet you where the field of dandelions lays, in dreams where the past and present softly merge. Till then I'll sing to the stars, lost in their endless maze, carrying your love as my soul's sweetest dirge. In the shadow of oak trees, where our initials carved deep, stands an old wooden cabin where my memories see. The porch creaks under footsteps that echo a tune of days when the sunset met the dust of the moon. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. We rode past the rivers, trails lined with gold, your scarf in the breeze, bold and uncontrolled. But seasons turned sharply, as did your resolve. Now gravel roads stretch where our dreams used to revolve. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. By the old weeping willow I let my heart speak. The saddle's worn leather, now frail and weak. Rain washes your essence from the earth it drains. Only the scent of pine lingers where my heart remains. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. So I wander these hills under skies vast and blue, with a heart heavy with echoes and memories of you. The silence will haunt me as I lay down to rest, in the wild lands you love, with you still in my chest.
Shadow of the oak, where wild rivers lead, lies a whispering hollow where the canyon sleeps. Underneath that ancient sky, once our love did bloom, on a porch of creek and wood, bound by summer's loom. Oh, the canyon sleeps, but my heart's awake, haunted by the echoes of the promises we'd make. The wind, it carries your laughter through the sweeps. I'm a ghost in this solitude, where the canyon sleeps. Days turn to dust like pages in the sun. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar, but you're long gone. The trail's overgrown where we used to ride, light. Oh, the canyon sleeps when my soul just weeps, lost in the shadows of the love that couldn't keep. Rain washes the old porch, but its secrets it still keeps. I'm alone with the whisper winds where the canyon sleeps. By that lonely riverside, I'll let your memory dance. The setting sun knows my regret won't give a second chance. In the saddle I find solace beneath these starry sweeps, riding trails of yesterday where the canyon weeps. Yes, the canyon sleeps, and in dreams I see your face. A love so wild and free no time can erase. But I'll keep riding through this life that onwards creeps, forever bound to whisper back where the canyon sleeps. In the shadow of the oak where wild roses thrive, we carved our names young and alive. Sunset burned gold on your flowing hair, the smell of summer rain hung in the air. But love flew with the autumn leaves, drifted off on a prairie breeze. Underneath that old oak tree, you and the wind took all of me. The old porch swing hangs quiet and still, echoes of laughter against my will. Your scarf still lies on the dusty trail where once we walked, now just a pail. Lonely cabin walls lined with paint, I walk these rooms, call your name. Gravel crunches underfoot alone, this winding path no longer home. Love flew with the autumn leaves, drifted off on a prairie breeze. Underneath that old oak tree, you and the wind took all of me. By the riverside where the water bends, I find the courage where your love ends. Saddle worn, heart torn in the fading light, whispers of you in the stars at night. Left me here to ache, to mend. Beneath that oak on sacred ground, your ghost in every sight and sound. Love flew with you.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that those old boughs still keep. Underneath that gnarled sentinel, I found your scarf, faded red, by the gravel road where promises and summer dreams were said. Hollow heart burns with a flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Lonely porch swing sways, a ghost in the twilight's embrace. The weeping willow watches and knows the sorrow in my chase. These boots worn down like the path to your old weathered door, where laughter rang through rafters, now silent evermore. Hollow heart burns with a flame that won't die down. Every sunset paints your face on this empty, quiet town. Dust rises, settles like the tears I've learned to hide. Hollow heart burns, but I carry you inside. Oh, the rivers know my sorrow, they've seen how tears can flow, and the mountains bear my echoes of I can't let you go. In the calm of the cabin where your scent lingers on, I found no solace at dawn, where your shadow once shone. Hollow heart burns, and tonight I feel you close, in the whisper of the rain, in the fragrance of a rose. Yet every trail I wander, every star I see alone, tells me love's a journey for a heart that turns to stone. Hollow heart burns, and in the silence I tone.
In the valley where the shadows meet the light, there's an oak tree carved with names that winds have slide. Beneath its boughs we swore on endless stars, in that quiet town where dreams weren't far, where the porch wood creaked under our worn out boots, and love was wild, uncontested, absolute. Oh, how silence fell apart as you whispered goodbye with a trembling heart. Now the wind carries dust and my lone despair through the streets of a ghost town trapped in air. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue, echoing the love I knew, echoing the love I knew. Now the saddle's worn, the trails have overgrown, gravel roads lead to cabins made of stone. The scarf you left still smells of rain and pine, a tangled memory in this broken line. The town's old clock stopped ticking long ago, just like my heart.
slow. Oh, how silence fell apart as you whispered goodbye with a trembling heart. Now the wind carries dust and my lone despair through the streets of a ghost town trapped in air. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue, echoing the love I knew, echoing the love I knew. On the horizon where the earth kisses the sky, I've learned love's a journey where some parts must die. A whisper in the canyon, a soul learning to fly. Letting go ain't the same as saying goodbye. Oh, how silence fell apart in the breaking of my reluctant heart as the stars watch over from where they always start. I roam these lands with your memory as my chart. Every sunset bleeds into a night so true, carrying the love I knew, carrying the love I always knew. So I sing to the winds, to the mountains high, a ballad of a cowboy under this vast unyielding sky. Silence never stays, it just transforms, it parts in the echoes of hooves, in the beating of broken hearts.
In the quiet town where the oak tree shadows lie, I found an old flannel shirt hanging dry. Smelled like smoke and whispered tales of you. In the seams of laughter we once knew, where gravel roads kiss the setting sun, we chased dreams loose and young. And that porch, its creaks knew all our songs. Now it moans for days long gone. But the flannel shirt said nothing as the wind played through its threads, silent like the stars above old beds, carrying whispers our lost love instead. Time wore down the trails we used to roam. Wildflowers cover the path to what was home. That riverbed where our promises were cast, now just a whisper among the reeds and grass. The saddle hangs, the horse long sold, dusty echoes of tales untold. Your scarf still holds a scent of rain, a sweet remembrance mixed with pain. But the flannel shirt said nothing as the wind played through its threads, silent like the stars above old beds, echoing heartbeats of our lost love instead. Beneath the vast and endless sky I roam, every sunset edge a reminder of home. The loneliness grips like winter's chill, yet in this silence love lingers still. Oh, the flannel shirt said nothing while the whole world seemed to weep
In its folds my weary heart seeks. Dreams of you it keeps and keeps, as I wander beneath heaven's vast and deep. The flannel shirt says nothing, but I feel everything. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild winds have spoken, lies the house where my heart first came undone. Wooden beams and faded dreams, porch where we lay talking, now just echoes of the setting sun. Silk scarf she left on the railing still dances with the gale. Like her whisper, it haunts this hallowed ground. Old house left behind, with your windows worn and blind. Can you keep her laughter locked inside your wall? Dusty roads I roam, no more to call this home. Just a ghost in boots, trapped in time's unyielding claws. Seasons turned, the fires burned, and the rivers all grew colder, as the trail from your door wore thin with rain. Saddle so I rode once more, but each sunset made me older, under skies that whispered her name in vain. That gravel path now overgrown can't lead me back to before, when the world was ours and love was wild and free. Old house left behind, with your hall so undefined. Do you hear my heartache echo through your rooms? Wandering soul I've become, under this relentless sun, chasing shadows in the twilight's loving gloom. Water still remembers how our dreams flowed like the currents in the spring. But those waters took you east to where the city's heart dismembers all the beauty and the peace that nature brings. Old house left behind, where my roots are intertwined. I leave you with her memory, but mine I cannot free. Every whisper of the wind calls me back to where we've sinned, yet I ride with only dust to comfort me. Old house, keep her safe as I vanish without trace, a lonesome cowboy with the sunset as his guide. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers low, I found you wild, you and me, dandelion seeds ready to blow. Your scarf a shade of sunset bright,
tied to the saddle, flapping in flight. We traced gravel roads till they disappeared, each mile together the sky we did. But dandelions held tight in the palm, turned to wishes in the winds of time. You're a memory in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. With every sunset that paints the west, I find you still beating in this old cowboy chest. Now the porch creaks empty, the door swings free, echoing steps of an old melody. That cabin in the clearing with its quiet cold glow holds the ghosts of your laughter in the shadows, down faded trails where our dreams once ran. I walk alone, a solitary man, where wildflowers whisper in the fields you adored. I search for you, my forever implored. Oh, dandelions held tight in the palm, turn to wishes in the winds of time. You're a whisper in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. Every sunset that bleeds through the west leaves your shadow dancing in my lonely chest. And I've learned that love, like wildflowers, grows in places left untamed. But holding on too tight, my dear, just leaves you with the sea, the rain. Dandelions once held tight in the palm, fade to wishes on horizons I roam. You're the echo in the canyons of my mind, a love lost in the sweep of time. Yet every sunset that dies in the west keeps you living deep within my lonesome chest.
In the shadow of an oak, where the prairie wind blows cold, sat a cabin, walls of whispers, stories seldom told. Beneath the porch light flickering, with every creak and sound, was there I left a scarlet scarf where my heart was bound. Her laughter in the aspen leaves, her sorrow in the ground, that lonely fire tied down. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown, silhouettes of our past, like shadows dance around. Every sunset bleeds a memory in colors she once wore. Lonely fire tied down, burns but ain't warm no more. Years have turned the trails dust over, hoofprints disappear, gravel roads lead to nowhere. Bring me back right here, where the oak tree's grown older, the porch sags alone. Echoes of her footsteps, like whispers, now are gone. The scarf's faded, threads worn, just like the love we'd sown in that place she'd once called home. Oh, the skies recall her name in hues of flame and frown, silhouettes of our past, like shadows dance around. Every sunset bleeds a memory in colors she once wore. Lonely fire tied down, burns but ain't warm no more.
skies keep her story in the whispers of the town. Her laughter in the wind, her tears in the rain that pounds. Every night I face the stars where our love was sworn. Lonely fire tied down by the heart forever warm. Yes, this fire's tied down, but oh, it still burns on. In the shadow of the oak tree, where we carved our name so wild, there's an echo of laughter, of a love unreconciled. On that old porch I found the scarf you wore, now gray and frayed. It dances with the ghostly wind where our promises once lay. Goodbye letter closed her eyes under skies that turned to cries. Whispers midst the windswept plains, saddle up my heart's remains. Every dusk bleeds into night where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh under the vast unending sky. Gravel roads whisper stories through the dust of my old boots. Every step a memory, each path a root of deeper root. But time has swept the corners of the cabin where you smiled, and rain has washed the trails where once our hearts ran free and wild. Goodbye letter closed her eyes under skies that turned to cries. Whispers midst the windswept plains, saddle up my heart's remains. Every dusk bleeds into night where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh under the expansive mournful sky. Now I roam through empty lands where your laughter filled the air. Sunsets paint my solitude, a canvas stark and bare. Yet in the silence neath the stars your face in dreams appears, holding on to a ghost of love drowned within my silent tears. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, farewells under twilight skies. Every memory fades to gray on the trails I walk astray. In the heart of every night I find your eyes, my fading light. Goodbye letter, a love untied with every lonesome starlit stride. Out where the oak tree marks our names, carved deep in bark, a heart aflame. Beneath its boughs we swore in vain, in wild lands where the wind speaks
speaks in whispers, that old porch where your laughter rang. A melody amidst the rustling plains, now just a shadow under moon's wane. Where a cracked frame lingers, those days are dust, your scarf's undone. Fading trails where we once run, sunset paints the skies you won. But I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Oh, ghosts walk these empty roads, through whispered pines and forgotten oaks. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. The cabin stands on the ridge alone, its windows dark, its warmth unknown. Gravel roads reclaimed by thorn, echoes of our footsteps, now just echoes. That saddle hangs unwithered still, untouched by time against my will. Each dusk I trace the lonely hill, where memories like rivers softly flow. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone. Fading trails where we once run, sunset paints the skies you won. But I'm just a shadow fading deeper. Oh, ghosts walk these empty roads, through whispered pines and forgotten oaks. In the silence of this heavy load, my heart keeps calling to the keeper. And so I ride beneath the stars, guided by the night's soft scars, learning that a love like life is sparred by time's ungentle, cruel hands. Those days are dust, your scarf's undone. Each sunset lost, each day is won. In this life where I must roam, I carry your love, my eternal home. The cracked frame lingers, but it's clear. In every whisper I feel you near. A cowboy's heart, lone but sincere, holding to memories I write on alone. My heart keeps calling to the keeper. Shadow of oak trees, where our initials carved deep, stands an old wooden cabin where my memories see. The porch creaks under footsteps that echo a tune of days when the sun set at the dust of moon. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam, in the whispers of the wind where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold. Night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. We rode past the rivers, trails lined with gold. Your scarf in the breeze, bold and uncontrolled. But seasons turn sharply, as did your resolve.
Now gravel roads stretch where our dreams used to evolve. Silence haunts the valley where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets, your love grown cold. By the old weeping willow, I let my heart speak. The saddle's worn leather, now frail and weak. Rain washes your essence from the earth it drains. Only the scent of pine lingers where my heart remains. Silence haunts the valleys where we used to roam. In the whispers of the wind, where I call you home. Each star up in that vast sky holds a tale left untold, and the night air carries secrets of your love grown cold. So I wander these hills under skies vast and blue, with a heart heavy with echoes and memories of you. The silence will haunt me as I lay down to rest in the wild lands you love, with you still in my chest.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind whispers secrets that old wood can't keep. Underneath a half-lit moon near the creek where we met, lies a worn-out saddle, ain't no rider been set. Shut the door on what used to be. Gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. Now the townsfolk seldom speak of the love that we had. Like a rain-washed inscription, something good turned to sad. Cabins empty where laughter danced through open doors. Now it's just a hollow echo on those dusty wooden floors. Yes, the fading light shut the door. It used to be gravel roads and porch lights fading out to sea. Your scarf still hangs on the hook beside my worn out hat. In the silence after sunset, only memories come back. It's in the wild lands we wandered that my heart still roams along. As the stars up above start to mimic echoes of hoofbeats and heartbeats beneath the same old stars. Still your scarf and that old hook where past and present meet. In the quiet night, the ghost of you is the shadow next to me. As the night winds call, I know I can't reclaim or restore. For the fading light shut the door. Yes, the fading light shut the door. In the shadow of the lonely oak, where whispers dress the dawn, I found a rusty locket buried neath the leaves long gone. It held a tuft of golden hair, like sunset trapped in time. Each strand a soft reminder of no longer mine. Oh, rusty locket waits on the edge of silent plains, holding memories like the desert holds the rains. And every gust of lonely wind through empty cabin strays, singing songs of what we lost as the daylight fades away. We rode through storms and summer skies on trails of dust and bloom. Your scarf a splash of color against the endless loom. The seasons turned as they always do, and you couldn't stay. Left a worn out saddle and our dreams to fade away. Oh, rusty locket waits on the edge of silent plains, holding memories like the desert holds the rains. And every gust of lonely wind through empty cabin strays, and singing songs of what we lost as the daylight fades away. Now I wander through the ghost towns, past the porches worn with time. Each step a heavy echo of the bells that used to chime. Maybe all that's left is the whisper of the pines, telling me to let go, like the fading of old signs. Oh, rusty locket waits, clinging to the past embrace, underneath the oak tree's ancient solemn grace. And every leaf that falls is like a tear from heaven's face, leaving trails of what once was in the silence of this place. So rusty locket, close your clasp, keep safe what has to be. I'll ride into the sunset where my heart can roam free. Yet in the quiet of the night, when the stars begin to gleam, your memory holds me tight, more than just a dream. In the shadow of an oak where wild roses dare to climb, I remember Jenny danced in the springtime of our prime. Her laughter echoed softly on a breeze that knew no time, by the porch of that old cabin where our hearts began to chime. But the grave said nothing, silent under open skies, where I whisper secrets and my long overdue goodbyes. Every sunset paints her face in the clouds that drift and sigh, and the grave said nothing, just let a lone cowboy cry. Years have worn the saddle where she'd sit and sing so sweet. Gravel roads are overgrown where danced our youthful feet. Now the town feels empty like the echoes in my mind, where memories like dust are all that she's left behind. The grave said nothing, silent under open skies, where I whisper secrets and my long overdue goodbyes. Every sunset paints her face in the clouds that drift and sigh, and the grave said nothing, just let a lone cowboy cry. Sometimes I think I hear her in the whistle of the train, or the rustle in the bluegrass like soft whispers of her name. It's a curse of the lonesome to walk the earth and roam with a heart full of memories in a world that ain't a home. And the grave said nothing while I lay flowers in the rain, saddled with this heartache and these long enduring pains. Every path I wander, every trail where I've been led, takes me back to silence where the earth holds what I said. Yes, the grave said nothing, and the wind just moans her name. The grave said nothing, and I'm left alone with the echoes of what remains.
In the shadow of the oak tree, where the wild blue bonnets lay, we carved our names inside the bark and dreamed our lives away. Her laughter mixed with the prairie wind, a song so sweet and sprung, where the creek bends by Johnson's farm. Her smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep where her smile died young. Now the oak has grown all twisted, the creeks run dry and old, and I'm a drifter on these gravel roads in the silence bitter and cold. The scarf she left still smells like rain, a memory on my tongue. The porch swings empty by Miller's Gate where her smile died young. Her smile died young on a dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep where her smile died young. So I'll saddle up as the dawn breaks gray. My heart's as heavy as lead, searching for a sign in the empty sky or a path where her feet might have led. But only the wind replies in echoes of the songs we once had sung.
In the silence of these wild lands, her smile died young. Her smile died young on that cursed trail, and I'm haunted by the sunrise. Every morning holds her whisper, every night her goodbye. This saddle's aged with my regrets, my tale's forever unsung. I'm just a shadow riding blindly where her smile died young. Yes, I'm the echo of a love not meant where her smile died young.
In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind, that old porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low, in her eyes aglow, set the world ablaze. Dreams only we know. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the colors she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. The swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played, only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands, under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. And every sunset bleeds the colors she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. On this gravel road where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome, heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here I roam where memories and winds collide. The swing closed her eyes and part of me died in the twilight haze. Her laughter softly fades on this endless road where our past serenade.